There are 3 trials you will face on your manifestation journey that determine whether or not you'll succeed and manifest your desire or give up and fail like most people do. And failing these trials is the reason why people don't believe in manifestation. People never see results. People try and try and try to manifest, but see nothing externally happen. These trials are like a rite of passage in order to test your worthiness for whatever you want in your outside world. And in this video, I'll be explaining to you what each and every single one of these 3 trials are, how you exactly pass them and succeed so you can finally claim your throne as the co-creator of your life. The first trial is the trial of persistence. Persistence is the number 1 trial that weeds out the most people who are manifesting their desires. Most people, they experience this trial and then they give up, they go back, and then nothing happens in their outside world. Persistence is like you stranded on a desert. Out of nowhere, your plane crashed, you got stranded on a desert, and you're just walking around in the middle of the desert, drinking cactus water, eating fruits from the desert. You're living in this makeshift, ugly sand dome hut, and you know that civilization is out there somewhere. You know that despite all the miles and miles and miles of the desert land that you see, civilization is out there, you will be rescued, and you'll be able to go back home. But what if you look at the desert miles, you see the hot, scorching sun, you take a couple of steps, you look around, you don't see anyone, you just see sand and cactuses, and you settle for just living forever in your little sand cave, drinking cactus water, and eating fruits from the desert. What if you're like, okay, you know what, I can't do this anymore. You know what, whatever, I'm just going to live here for the rest of my life because I tried, I looked for an oasis, I looked for civilization, but I can't find anything. No one's here. So, whatever, I'll just go back. And what's going to happen? That's such an illogical move, right? You're going to be stranded in the desert forever. It's better to try. It's better to try and try and try and keep looking, rather than just deciding there's no hope and just going back to the old lifestyle that you have, the comfortable lifestyle of staying in the desert hut. And this can be connected to manifestation because a lot of people, they're stuck in that desert hut. They're stuck in a life that's unfulfilling and not what truly makes them happy to be alive. They're stuck with that life, but when they try to manifest their desires and manifest a new life for themselves, they take a couple of steps and walk across the desert looking for their oasis, looking for their desire, trying to manifest their desire. But when they see nothing, when they see no results, they just decide to go back and stay in their old lifestyle. They decide to go back to the desert cave and just crawl there and live out the rest of their days there. But what would the person who actually wants to reach civilization, actually wants to change their life do? They wouldn't just stop because they walked across the desert for maybe a couple of hours and then they don't see anything. They don't see any civilization. They don't see a wink. They won't just stop and give up on their search, right? They will keep going. They will keep showing up every single day. Even if they feel like it's not even showing them any results, they keep showing up and showing up and showing up and showing up. And eventually, they will find civilization. They will find what they're looking for. It's only a matter of time. And you will get your desire. Even if you don't see your results, even if you don't see results right now, you will get that desire as long as you keep at it, as long as you keep persisting, manifesting. As long as you don't let your old life bring you down. Your old beliefs tell you that, oh, I can't ever be wealthy. It's better to just stay in my comfortable job. Oh, I can't ever be in a healthy relationship. It's just better to be alone. Oh, I can't ever be beautiful. It's better to just sit in my bed and rot about feeling insecure. Those beliefs will try to pull you back because they are comfortable. They are comfortable and they feel safe. Because if you've lived in a way for so long, that's your brain's new normal. That's what your brain is used to. And it takes more effort to go and walk across the desert and search and search and search and search. It takes more effort to manifest and change your beliefs. That's the hard mental work that you have to do in order to manifest your desires. Manifestation requires mental energy and mental effort. Okay? This is just the raw truth. This is the honest, raw truth. You're going to have to keep fighting your beliefs. Be aware. Constantly keep fighting your old beliefs over and over and over and over again and choose the new ones. Even when it's so much easier to just stick with the old ones because it's what you're used to. And your own brain wants to keep you more comfortable than happy. Your own brain is fighting for those old beliefs. Like, for example, if someone's trying to manifest beauty, if they want a more beautiful physical appearance, maybe they want to lose weight, maybe they want clear skin, longer eyelashes, whatever, the person that's manifesting that, they're going to, at first, start saying the affirmations, they're going to visualize, they're going to play some subliminals, they're going to keep manifesting, yeah, I am beautiful, I am amazing and confident. But then, they're going to go in the mirror, they're going to look in the mirror, and they're going to look for results. And when they don't see any changes, when they don't see any results, what most people do is that they just give up. They see no hope. They don't have faith. They think, okay, I feel like I've done enough. Why is it still not here yet? And then they fail the trial of persistence. So that person manifesting beauty, they would go back to their old beliefs. They would stop saying those affirmations, stop listening to subliminals. They would stop having hope that they are already beautiful. They go back to their old sense of identity where they feel like they are unworthy, they feel ugly, they feel insecure about themselves. They go back to that belief because it's easier to believe and that's what the outside world is showing them. They look in the mirror, they still see their same face, they still see their acne. So, they continue to believe those old set of beliefs and just stop the mental effort of changing their beliefs. It is hard, okay? Like, you are like literally waging a war against your mind, and your life honestly depends on this. Because if you stick to your old identity and if you go back to your old identity, that's what your life is going to be like. That's what the rest of your life is going to be like. You will never be able to change unless you shift, unless you start to manifest and keep persisting while manifesting. Manifestation is about embodying the person who already has your desires, creating a new identity for yourself of the person who already has your desires. And if you want more help with this, there's a worksheet, a free worksheet in the description box below where you can figure out who exactly you have to become to get your desires. And genuinely, it's hard to keep persisting even if you don't see results. I understand. I get it. I've been there. It's scary. You're in this state of wondering if you've gotten your hopes up too much and if you're doing something wrong and if your desire will never come. But let me tell you, it will come. I promise you it will come. Because I want you to think of the process of manifesting your desires as you planting new seeds in your mental garden. And right now, you've been watering the old weeds of negative beliefs, of feeling not good enough, of feeling unworthy, of not being beautiful, of not being wealthy. You've been watering these little plants for so long with your energy. You've just focused on them and you believe that they were true. And so, by you believing that they are true and confirming them, they've started to sprout into big, big trees. And suddenly, right now, you want to manifest a completely new, different identity, a completely new, different reality. And that reality will have different beliefs attached to it. If you were the version of you that already was super wealthy and super rich, you would have beliefs like, money flows to me effortlessly. Money is easy to earn. Money is just energy and I have so much of it. You would need those beliefs. And those beliefs are new. You've never believed in those before. And right now, you're trying to manifest wealth, you're trying to manifest money, and you're trying to believe in these new beliefs of being wealthy, I am rich, I am amazing, I am abundant. And these are new seeds that you're planting in your mental garden. And you're also watering those seeds the more you believe in them and the more you focus on them. So you're watering these new seeds of, okay, I am wealthy, I am abundant, and these seeds are slowly going to start to take root. But of course, just like in real life, you're not going to instantly see a tree pop up out of the ground if you water a seed once, right? It will take time. You got to water it multiple times throughout the days, and then eventually, over time, it will grow into a strong, big, solid tree that will bear fruit. And that's how it exactly works with manifestation. This belief right now is going to take root in your subconscious mind. And the more you water it, the more you repeat watering it, and the more you repeat believing in it over and over and over again throughout the days, throughout the weeks of your life, it will grow, it will solidify in your subconscious brain, and then it will bear fruit in your outer reality in the form of your desires. But a lot of people, they just water their seeds a couple of times. Like, they water their new beliefs, and then they immediately search in the outer world, like, why is it not growing? Why is there no fruit? Why is there no fruit yet? And then they're like, oh my God, okay, manifestation doesn't work. Oh my God, this is too hard. Manifestation's hard. I am so confused. And then they just stop watering that seed and start watering their old beliefs again. This can be like, again, the example of the person manifesting physical beauty. She starts to water those seeds of already being beautiful, of being attractive and confident. And then she looks outside in her external world in the mirror for proof that it's working. But it didn't take root in her brain yet. You need to repeat it. Because she spent so much time building that tree and making that tree of I am ugly strong, that if she just waters this little tiny seed of I am beautiful a couple of times, it's not going to grow, right? She's not giving it enough water. She's not giving it enough mental energy. And this is how it works. Manifestation requires mental energy, and that mental energy is you choosing to water the seeds, even if you don't see any progress with them. Keep working at it, and eventually it will grow in your subconscious brain and bear fruit in your outside reality, okay? And I want you to think of it this way as well. Persistence is like you constantly sending the universe a signal that you want your desire. Imagine that you're basically a frequency tower, a radio tower, okay? And radio towers send out signals, and whatever aligns with that frequency, whatever aligns with that certain signal, will come back to them. So like if you tune your radio to maybe a certain number, you're gonna get a certain radio podcast or a certain, I don't know, music, whatever. I don't really know too much about radios, okay? But yeah, so you're going to like tune them both together, and then you're going to get whatever aligns with that frequency, right? And whatever aligns with that desire you want, if you feel like you already have your desire and you are the person who already has your desire, and you're basically sending out frequencies, sending out signals through your body and telling the universe what you want. If you embody the energy of a person that's beautiful and wealthy and healthy, you are going to send the signal to the universe. Okay, universe, I want this. This is my desire. Send it to me now. That's what you're signaling. And eventually, when you just keep that up, when you keep signaling to the universe that this is what you want, the universe is going to be like, okay, what, you again? Seriously? Again? Oh my God, you've been asking me this for so long. You know what? Here you go. Here's your desire. Okay, bye. Shoot. That's what's going to basically happen. It's going to come to you if you just keep at it. And also, quick note, if you're trying to manifest your desires and you want more help aligning your mindset and your habits and your actions to create your dream life and embody your dream self so you can send out the right frequency signals to the universe and get your desire, you can check out my Mindset and Habits Masterclass, first link in the description box below. Anyways, now let's continue with the second trial, which is reality versus imagination. Okay, this is the trial that honestly stumped me so much. Okay, this is basically you getting swept up by the outside world when you're manifesting something, and then you start believing that whatever you see in the external world is the truth and is what you should believe. And then you don't believe in your inner power to shift your external world anymore. You don't believe in your own imagination, and you don't believe yourself but you choose to believe whatever the outside world, society, schools, the media tells you to believe. This can be like you trying to maybe manifest being attractive and feeling confident and feeling secure. So this person, they want to feel desirable and they want to feel confident. What they're going to do is they're going to start manifesting, okay, I am amazing, I am desirable, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to start manifesting that desire. But then, one day, out of the blue, they're just walking around in the mall, maybe, just looking around, shopping, and they're all high vibe. They're manifesting this desire after all. They're embodying the identity of the person who's already desirable. And they meet someone that they find cute. They meet someone that they find attractive. So then this person, they go up to the other person and they're like, hey, I think you're cute. Do you want to talk? And do you want to get to know each other more? And then that person looks at them and just straight up rejects them. So this person is going to be having two choices. They can either let that experience affect them and make them go back to their old beliefs of not feeling good enough, not loving themselves, feeling insecure about their looks, and feeling insecure about whether or not they'll ever be in a happy, healthy relationship and whether or not they're desirable. They can go back to that old identity. Or they can choose not to believe what the outer reality tells them to, what the outer reality shows them, and believe wholeheartedly in their faith that they are desirable and they are amazing. This trial is hard, okay? This one's hard, okay? Especially when you're starting to manifest something, but you don't see any changes in your outside world that reflect your manifestation, and the opposite shows up. So this person, if they just go on that spiral, if they get rejected, it will just show them confirmation that, oh my God, what? I've been trying to manifest this, but the opposite happened. Does that mean that I'm actually not good enough? Does this mean that I'm actually not worthy of my desire and I can never get my manifestation of being desirable? They can look at the 3D world, the outside world, to tell them the truth and let them decide how their world will look, or they can look internally and trust their imagination. Another example would be someone trying to lose weight, manifest losing weight and becoming more healthier. What happens is that they go to the gym one day. They're already manifesting this. They go to the gym and then they meet someone and they both have similar body types. They look pretty similar. And then the first person who's trying to manifest losing weight, this is their first day at the gym and they're just starting it and they just want to meet people and just explore the gym, and because they know that it will help them lose weight. So they talk to this other person who's pretty much the same weight as them. And then that other person says, oh yeah, I've been coming to the gym for 3 months now, and honestly, I haven't been losing any weight, and I've just been staying this weight. So I don't know how much this works, and I'm thinking of quitting. What would the first person believe? It would be so easy for them to trust that, it didn't work for this person, so maybe it won't work for me. It would be so easy to give up at that moment. To give up and be okay, yeah, you know what? Losing weight's way too hard. Let me just go back and believe that this is how I will be for the rest of my life. It's too hard to lose weight. It's too hard to get a nice body. It's too hard to do this. And all of these are honestly excuses. Because I made these excuses as well. I made excuses that I wouldn't be able to get to my desire because this happened in my life, that happened in my life, I went through this, I went through that. And genuinely, it's hard. You have all these excuses coming up. All of these reasons why you can't do this because the outside world is showing you proof. But you gotta cut down every single one. Cut every single one down and keep persisting and keep using your own imagination. Your own imagination is the power. Your beliefs, your imagination is the power. Whatever you believe about yourself right now, everything is a reflection of what you believe about yourself right now. The outside world just shows you what your inner world is like. That is everything. That is all. The mind is a servant. The mind is a servant and is what is creating your outside reality. Okay? And you're the one who has to take control of your mind. You can't let reality decide, okay, I can't do this. This is impossible, okay? You can't let reality dictate it. Because reality only shows you who you are on the inside, what you believe on the inside. Okay? You have all of the power, and it's so easy to forget. And this is why so many people fail this trial. I understand too, like, I went through this as well. It's so easy to get just swept up looking at the outside world for proof, looking at the outside world for confirmation. Like, if you're manifesting beauty, you might be looking at the outside world, looking at other people to tell you you're beautiful, looking at other people to give you validation that you're amazing, that you are beautiful, that you are changing, blah, blah, blah. But if you do that, you will never manifest your desire. Because that is just a state of lack. If you're looking for the outside world to tell you what is possible and what isn't, you will be so disappointed. You will not be able to get to the incredible life that you want. And the person that was trying to lose weight, if they chose to believe in the person who said, okay, yeah, I've been going to the gym for 3 months, it doesn't work, losing weight's way too hard. If they chose to believe that, it will be hard for them. It will. But if they choose to believe and keep persisting in what they think is true, that losing weight is easy, then it will be easy for them. They'll stumble across a random opportunity sent by the universe. Maybe a new diet plan they could follow. Maybe a set of workouts they could follow. They will stumble across an opportunity and the universe will just fix them up and give them their desire. Because that's what they believe. For some people in the world, it's so easy for them to lose weight. They have fast metabolism. It's so easy for them to do that. And of course, like, maybe genetics is a part. But it's been proven that you can literally change your cells and your DNA using your brain. There are people in the world that cured incurable diseases through their mind. They've cured cancer. People with paralysis, they couldn't even walk at all. And the doctors told them they could never walk in their entire life again. They, with their mind, were able to walk again. They did it. And it's so possible. Whatever goals you have with your body, you can achieve. And if your mind can control your body, your crazy body, that you don't know how it properly works, you don't know how the cells are really functioning in your body, if your mind can control that, your mind can define your outer world as well. Whatever you believe to be true, whatever negative belief that you have, it's probably been disproven. Like, if you believe that, oh, because I'm short, I can never get a good partner, I can never find a girlfriend, whatever. If you believe a belief like that, then that's what's going to happen. You'll never be able to find people that like you for you. But in the world, there are so many people that are short, but are in incredible relationships. So it is possible. Whatever excuse that you have, whatever, your inner truth, your inner belief is what matters the most and is what is shaping your reality. You can either let the excuse control it and let yourself be controlled by the outside world, or you can choose to see your own inner power. And how do you pass this trial? It's to understand that the outside world is your servant. The outside world bows down to you, bows down to your imagination. Do not forget your power and keep believing, keep trusting yourself. Keep trusting that you are the one that's in control, okay? You are the one that's in charge. That outside reality serves you. And you are the leader of your brain. You are the leader of your life. Believe it, you will see it. And I want to tell you another quick story that kind of illustrates this further. It's about Neville Goddard and when he was manifesting traveling to a different location. I think it was called Barbados or something. Like, that's the place where he wanted to travel to. And he was talking to his mentor at that time, who explained to him about the law of assumption. So he was learning about the law of assumption from this mentor of his. And then Neville was like, okay, I really want to manifest traveling here because I have family there, it'll be fun, and it's getting really cold for the winter, and I just want to go there and live there. And his mentor told him, okay, see yourself as if you are walking through the streets of Barbados right now. See yourself as if you are already there right now. Every single step you take, it is already done. It is already done. And so Neville Goddard was like, okay, I got it. And then he started to manifest that. And he started to visualize it. And what happened was that while he was doing that, he saw nothing. He literally saw nothing happen. And the days were passing by, the weeks were passing by, and then he started to grow frustrated. So he went back to his mentor and he was like, nothing's happening. What do I do? Like, what do I do? And I don't see anything happening. And then his mentor said, you are already there. Keep at it. You are already there. You're already living there. You're already walking there. See yourself as you're already there. It is done. It is already done. And so Neville said, okay, again. And he started to visualize and visualize and visualize. Again, he felt like nothing happened. He couldn't see any results. Goes back to his mentor. Mentor tells him the same thing over again. You're already there. It's already done. And then Neville just goes about his way. And he's continuing with this process. At first, it seemed like while he was manifesting at this time, there would be no opportunity for him to go there. He couldn't see any way in which he could travel to that place he wanted to. Like, logically, it was impossible for him to fathom. Like, logically, he couldn't figure out how he would actually go there. But he chose the illogical route of trusting his own imagination instead of looking at the outside reality to tell him what's possible and what's not. It seemed really illogical to believe that he could go there, but he trusted his own imagination. And so Neville Goddard, he persisted. He trusted his own imagination. He passed 2 trials. And then, eventually, he got the opportunity to travel to the place he's always wanted to go. He got an opportunity to travel to Barbados. And so he told his mentor, he was ecstatic, he was thrilled, and then he traveled there. He had lots of fun. All right, yeah, that's just a really big story, a really important story that I honestly really resonated with because it's so, so important. Even if you don't see changes outside, even if the reality you're looking at is showing you the opposite, trust your own power and trust your imagination. This is the 3rd trial, which is the trial of self-worth and courage. I want to share with you a quick story from a book called The Life of Pi, because I think it'll really illustrate how this trial works, honestly, really well. So, in the book, The Life of Pi, there's this one scene in the book where Pi, the main character, who's a young boy, he got stranded at sea, and all he has is a boat and a tiger living on the boat with him. He's surviving off all of the food at sea, the fish, the sea turtles. He's honestly on the brink of starvation. And what happens is that he comes across an island, which is like a miracle for him. In the middle of the sea, he's just been on the sea for so many months, and now he found an island. He was ecstatic. There was so much food. There was water. It was so green and lush and luscious. Lush and lush and luscious. Okay, nice choice of words, Shri. So he really liked the island because it was just basically a place where he could finally rest and he could finally eat, and he doesn't have to worry about food anymore. He doesn't have to worry about hunting the fish, the sea turtles. He doesn't have to worry about purifying the water because there was fresh water everywhere. He could finally touch the ground. He could finally have shade from the scorching hot sun when he was in the ocean. And so he just stayed there for a day. And he thought to himself, how nice would it be if I just stayed on this island instead of going on my boat again, facing the risks of the water, facing the risk of starvation, and facing the sun and facing whatever it is outside and the entire ocean. How nice would it be if I could just stay here and not face that? But at the sacrifice of him not finding civilization. because this island was abandoned, okay? It was like abandoned. It was pretty small. There were no humans. It was not connected to anything. It was just a random island in the middle of nowhere on the ocean. And the only animals living there were like these little fuzzy meerkats, I believe. So Pi thought to himself, it would be so comfortable to just settle for this instead of trying to look for civilization again, instead of trying to look for people and landing on shore. Because it was so hard for him to keep surviving on that boat at sea. And if he left the island, he wouldn't have a guarantee if he could find it again. All of this food, all of this water. And if he did leave the island in search of a better future, in search of a better life, there was a chance he might not make it. The sea drifter life was harsh and he might not make it. But then Pi thought for a while, and then eventually he was laying on one of the canopies on the island because there were a bunch of rainforest trees and there was like a random canopy. And then what happened was that he opened a certain fruit, he plucked it, and he was looking at a certain fruit from that tree. And he found out that someone else before him, a drifter at sea, someone stranded at sea, came to the island. They lived on the island, and apparently they also passed away on that island because the island was carnivorous, and eventually it will just suck the life out of humans if they're not careful enough. So Pi had the choice. He could either settle and stay for this comfort of living on the island and not worry about food at the sacrifice of his real true desire, or he could make the risky choice to just let go of this island of comfort and choose to sail away again to pursue his real desire. And Pi, being the brave boy he is, he made the choice to leave the island and look out for a better future and had faith and courage that it will work out. And this is how faith and courage work in manifestation. While you're manifesting, you will experience situations that make you just want to settle, make you give up what you actually want, because maybe this another desire of yours like appeared in this reality. It's not exactly what you want, but you just settle for it anyway. And to get to your actual real desire, you will get there, by the way. It's definitely possible. And you will manifest it. This is a part of the process. You have to pass these tests of choosing to have courage and choosing to have faith that you will get your desire that you truly want, and letting go of everything that comes your way that's not what you actually want. For example, if a woman's starting to manifest a relationship and all she's ever known is toxic partners, like all she's ever known is toxic people that she's went out with, and she wants a new, secure, healthy one, she's going to have to pass the test of one day, while she's manifesting, a person's going to come into her life and be interested in her, and she's going to be interested in them, but they will give her red flags, and it's up to her to decide if she will accept this person or she will let that person go in hope that a better, amazing person will come. So the person who chooses to settle for the toxic partner, they are going to instantly repel all the healthy partners out there, because you are not in alignment with what you're manifesting. And maybe this person, they're just afraid that if they don't take this opportunity, then no one better will come and they'll be alone forever, so they have to take this opportunity. But the truth is, this isn't an opportunity. This is the test from the universe to see if you're actually serious about getting to your desire, to see if you're actually serious in your faith and your courage. Because it might take effort for you to reject someone that you are interested in, but you know isn't good for you long term, no isn't what's going to give you what you want. And rejecting that person is an act of you elevating your self-worth, of you having self-love for yourself. And when you refuse to deal with people that do not meet your standards, that do not align with what you want to create, you will then release the signal to the universe telling you that you want healthy, respectful partners in your life. And then they will come into your life. once you pass that trial. This is the test of having enough faith and having an abundance mentality that what you want will come to you, and you don't have to settle for less. You don't have to dim yourself down. You don't have to not choose something you don't truly want. This is you rejecting the safe mentality, the safe choice that, oh, if I don't choose this, then nothing better will come and I've just lost my opportunity. Like Pi did. Pi gave up the carnivorous island where he got food and he could be comfortable for the rest of his life, but not feel truly fulfilled. And he gave it up and chose to risk his neck out at sea again so he can get to civilization because that's what he truly wants. The safe choice is not what will make you happy, okay? The safe choice is not what will make you happy. And you don't have to feel like, if I don't take this opportunity, then nothing better will come. Because here's the truth. Opportunities are infinite. Opportunities are always, always, always surrounding you. And you don't have to pressure yourself into taking a certain opportunity out of fear. Because if it's out of fear, it's not right for you. But if it's out of faith, it is. And another example would be you trying to manifest a career shift, maybe. You wanting to join a career in a new company that gives you a lot of money, but also makes you feel happy and fulfilled. And so that's what you're manifesting. And then eventually, one day in your email inbox, you get an email from a company telling you, hey, we'll give you this job for the desired amount of money that you want, and you'll have to work this many hours. But that's like basically too much for you. And you know that if you did take that job, the amount of hours that you're working will drain the soul out of you, but hey, you'll get the money that you want. So then this person that's manifesting the career shift, they would be like, okay, so this career is giving me the amount of money that I want, like exactly. And it's pretty hard to find companies that do this, and it's honestly a really rare opportunity. They might hire someone else if I don't say yes. But at the same time, I know that the amount of hours that I'm going to be working in this career are going to be soul-sucking. And right now, I'm working overtime and I'm earning less money. And what the person might be tempted to do is to choose fear, choose comfort, and go with that job opportunity, even though it's not what they actually want. Because they're scared that another opportunity might not come. Like they got the money that they want, but they don't have the work hours that they want. It's tempting to do that, but how you pass it is to choose not to settle, to choose and reject it. To choose to reject it. Yes, that's what I meant. To choose to reject it. And once you reject it, that's when your desire will come to you. That's when you've passed the trial, and then what you actually want will come to you. They'll receive an opportunity to actually get the career that they want with the pay and the flexible time that they want. Have the courage to not settle for less. Have the courage to make the tough choice and making the leap and choosing and choosing and choosing yourself. Have the self-worth to love yourself and cherish yourself to the point where you know that you are worthy and you are abundant, you have yourself, and you will get whatever you want in your life. And you will give whatever you exactly want in your life. And you won't settle for any less. Alright, so those are the 3 trials that you gotta pass in order to get your manifestation. Thank you for watching. And if you want, of course, to learn more, you can check out the first link in the description below to check out my paid program.